Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our first ever virtual Orange County Heroes Awards. I'm Doug Kolk, and it's my honor to be here today as your host. Even though we can't be here together in person this year, we're excited to have you with us virtually for today's event. In times like these, stories of help and hope are more important than ever. In a few minutes, you'll meet unsung heroes from across Orange County who have gone above and beyond to make a difference and change lives. In my career as an entertainment reporter with KTLA, I've met many stars and celebrities. But today, the stars are everyday, ordinary people with extraordinary courage. I want to extend a big thank you to this year's selection committee members: Al Austin, Terry Bailey, David Engwall, Sarah Garsky, Dr. Carla Nichols, Elise Schelger, and Tara Thiara. They had the incredibly tough decision of selecting this year's honorees. Now, of course, we would not be here today without the support of our event sponsors. Disaster relief sponsor Antis Roofing and Waterproofing, community preparedness sponsors Deepa Gupta, Edwards Life Sciences Foundation, Goldman Sachs ACO Personal Financial Management, Nationwide, and the Southern California Veterinary Medical Association. Emergency response sponsors Atkinson, Andelson, Loya, Rude, and Romo. Automobile Club of Southern California, Chevron, the Dwyer family, FirstNet Built with AT&T, Michael Gellermino, Multa Niguel Water District, San Diego Gas and Electric, and Schools First Federal Credit Union. And a special thank you to Don and Linda Bailey of Little Help Foundation for being our Heroes Awards match partner. You'll hear more about that soon. And now let's kick things off with a message from the Executive Director of the American Red Cross of Orange County.
Hello, I'm Becky Fiery, Executive Director of the American Red Cross of Orange County. I'm thrilled to be here today to celebrate amazing heroes in our community. We thank you for being here and for your support of the American Red Cross, which enables us to continue delivering our vital mission in Orange County and beyond. This year, we celebrate the 140th anniversary of the Red Cross. Though it's been 140 years since Clara Barton founded our humanitarian organization, the need to alleviate human suffering hasn't changed. Today, people continue to come together in innovative ways to serve and give hope during life's emergencies. Throughout our history, Red Cross volunteers have stepped up to adapt in the face of change, with a shared goal of delivering aid quickly and helping families become more resilient. In the last year, we've seen hundreds of local disasters, from home fires to wildfires to mudslides, flooding, and more. And all year round, the Red Cross worked to help our communities prepare for, respond to, and recover from emergencies, even amid the pandemic. In the last fiscal year, we've accomplished so much. Thanks to our donors and volunteers, we responded to 102 local disasters and provided help for those affected. We enrolled over 31,800 people in Red Cross health and safety training courses. We provided 1,847 services to military members, veterans, and their families. Maintained a base of over 2,300 trained volunteers to support the Red Cross mission in Orange County and beyond. In Southern California, we collected over 80,000 platelet units and over 115,000 units of red blood cells, potentially saving up to 345,921 lives. In the past year, we've also collected and distributed convalescent plasma used to help people battling COVID-19. Last fall, we responded to one of the most devastating wildfire seasons we've ever seen in Orange County. Our volunteers jumped into action to help those displaced by the Blue Ridge, Silverado, and bonfires, providing shelter, food, health services, and so much more for thousands of people displaced from their homes. Then, when heavy rains caused mudslides in these very same wildfire burn scar areas earlier this year, our heroic volunteers once again stepped in to help, again providing shelter, meals, and compassionate care to those impacted by evacuation orders. Our network of generous donors, volunteers, and employees share a mission of preventing and relieving suffering here at home and around the world. We invite you to join us by becoming a volunteer, becoming a blood donor, or making a financial donation today. Join us to provide relief and care wherever it's needed, today and for years to come. Additionally, we want to thank Senator Dave Min and Assemblywoman Cotty Petrie Norris for providing certificates of recognition for today's honorees.
Good morning. My name is Ashwin Rangan. I serve as the board chair of the American Red Cross of Orange County. As you just heard from Becky, the American Red Cross of Orange County has made a tremendous impact in the community over the past year. We can only do this thanks to the power of our volunteers and the generosity of our donors. You know, every 8 minutes, someone affected by disaster is helped by donations to the Red Cross. We urge you to make a donation today to support the Red Cross disaster relief. Simply scroll down the page to make your donation or text OC Heroes to 76278. Thanks to our Heroes match partner, A Little Help Foundation, you can double your impact today. A Little Help Foundation will match donations dollar for dollar up to $25,000 in support of disaster relief. That means your donations will go twice as far. When you make a financial donation to support disaster relief, you're sending help and hope to people at their time of greatest need. On behalf of everyone at the American Red Cross of Orange County, and on behalf of all those we serve, we thank you for your support.
All right, everyone, who's ready to meet this year's heroes? Here we go. Our first category is the Gift of Life Hero Award. Presenting this award is Orange County Board Member Tara Thiara with Edwards Life Sciences Foundation.
On behalf of Edwards Life Sciences Foundation, I'm happy to present Jackie and Victor Miller with the Gift of Life Hero Award. Here is their story.
How are you this morning? Let's get you checked in one at a time.
Jackie and Victor Miller have a standing date every 2 weeks to save the lives of people they have never met.
They always come every 2 weeks and they are very generous, donating their platelets and saving lives.
It's just something that we've made a part of our lives, and it's important to both of us.
Every 15 seconds, someone needs platelets to survive a traumatic injury, to fight cancer, or a chronic disease.
Benefits, the platelets are used for people that are going through cancer treatments. So we know that that's an important part for them because the cancer treatments destroy a lot of the antibodies and stuff in the blood. So that's where the platelets come in.
We have something that we can give to others that will help them. If you think about the people that are the family of those that are sick, it's like liquid gold to them. And to us, it's just something extra that we can give.
Jackie and Victor are committed to staying healthy, to provide the gift of life for many years to come.
We work so hard to keep ourselves healthy, to keep our iron levels up so that we don't get deferred, to exercise and walk so that our blood pressure is at a good level, and make it so we can donate as long as possible.
Together, the Millers have provided more than 1,000 platelets, impacting and saving countless lives.
Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Miller are real heroes because of the commitment that they've put in. And their attitude is that it's just part of their lifestyle. You know, they don't consider it to be anything special or out of the ordinary. It's just part of what they do.
We're doing what we feel is right to do. So as far as being a hero, probably not, but we just do what we do.
Victor and I both don't think of ourselves as heroes. It's just something that we can do for others to make their life better. And if we can do something as simple as this to help them, that's important to us.
Jackie and Victor, thank you for your selfless dedication to donating platelets. You have given the precious gift of life to so many patients in need. We're so proud to honor you with the Gift of Life Hero Award. Congratulations.
Thank you, Tara. We appreciate this. It was very unexpected. Donating platelets has been important to us. It's part of what we do to volunteer, and we know how important it is to help save lives. Thank you again.
Wow, Jackie and Victor's story is so inspiring and a reminder of the importance of blood donation. Did you know every 2 seconds someone in the US needs blood and every 15 seconds someone needs platelets? If you're feeling healthy and well, please visit redcrossblood.org to make an appointment to donate at a blood donation center or blood drive near you. Now our next category is the Good Samaritan Hero Award, and presenting the award is Julio Figueroa, AT&T Director of External Affairs.
On behalf of AT&T, I am honored to present Michael Sean Wright of Woonwalk OC with the Good Samaritan Hero Award. Here is his story.
Michael Sean Wright is a savior to the homeless and veterans in Orange County. He is the founder of Woundwalk OC. 4 times a week, volunteers armed with water, saline solution, antiseptic, and lots of bandages tend to the wounds of unsheltered citizens of Orange County.
If they get a nick or a cut or a scrape, they aren't able to do what you and I do, which is go in and wash your hands.
When the pandemic hit, it cut off access to water.
Folks who call outside home need to wash their hands or go to the bathroom. Where do they go? They go to the public library or the fast food restaurant. Those were all closed.
It didn't take long for Wright and his army of volunteers to come up with a solution, buying pump tanks from Home Depot so the homeless population could wash up.
If you don't have access to a shower and you're living outside, it's very easy for bacteria and viruses to get into those wounds. And if you don't take care of it, you don't have running water, take a shower, bath, or anything regularly, these infections can explode into things that are awful to deal with.
We clean that skin and then we cover it so that the person who may be touching a lot of things that are less than clean don't become reinfected.
Wright and his team also provided nourishment and warmth to homeless citizens and veterans, thanks to the community volunteers.
And I got my kids involved to make sandwiches because I wanted them to, have a spirit of volunteering and giving back. So we were in a position where we had the time and the resources to contribute. And so we started making sandwiches and getting other moms involved.
Next thing I know, I'm loading up my truck and bringing out a table and brought socks and baked and waters and clothes for people.
Everything that we have on our shelves has been donated. Every hour of time that is spent here has been from volunteers.
Wright personally connects with veterans who often go hungry.
We made food for them that we put right at their doorstep in all these motels around Orange County. Each one of those door knocks and smiles and connections moved me.
He is healing wounds and mending hearts.
He is a real hero in the sense that he doesn't look for recognition, he doesn't look for a payback, he doesn't look for anything in return, and just works out there and serve others. And to me, that's the definition of a true hero.
He makes self-sacrifices that I haven't seen anybody else do in my life.
He's absolutely a hero. He is the most selfless person that I've met. And he has a way of bringing people together and to create change for good. I know it can be done. We've done it in this community.
Michael is absolutely a real hero because heroes respond. And that's what he does. He responds. And he teaches others to respond. And he inspires others to respond. He's a gift.
I'm not sure I'd consider myself a hero, but I'm present. I'm where my feet are at. The folks who surrounded us and Woundwalk with love and kindness and compassion, they're the heroes.
Michael, you truly embody what it means to be a Good Samaritan. Thank you for your hard work on behalf of vulnerable communities and for bringing health and healing to people in need throughout Orange County. We are proud to honor you with the Good Samaritan Hero Award. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. We want to accept this on behalf of neighbors with addresses, helping neighbors without addresses. When the pandemic broke out, we thought, what can we do? And each one of us can do something in this moment. For some families, they made us peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Other families sent us bandages. And every single person said to us that in this time of need, we can come together because we all agree that wounds need to heal. So thank you to the American Red Cross. You've always been there for us in our time of need.
The next award category is the Disaster Services Hero Award. Presenting this award is Terry Bailey with A Little Help Foundation.
On behalf of A Little Help Foundation, I'm happy to present the Orange County Fire Authority with the Disaster Services Award. Please join me in celebrating and recognizing their story of courage and bravery.
The winds were blowing extremely hard, creating a lot of firebrands and embers.
It was unimaginable. Thousands of Orange County residents who were already sheltered in place due to the pandemic now faced a new terror, 2 explosive wildfires.
This wind event was unique in that the velocity of the winds were so significant that we could not fly aircraft.
This was kind of a first for us to have a wildland fire during a pandemic. Most people were at home, social distancing. A lot of the school children were not in school. They were still doing their schooling at home.
As a massive wall of flames tore through vegetation, fire crews from Orange County Fire Authority began exhaustive and heroic measures to protect homes and slow the path of the Silverado Fire and the Blue Ridge Fire.
As we were trying to go in and not only extinguish the fire and protect the homes, we had a large increase of the public trying to evacuate at the same time.
Firefighters made incredible saves on structures that were hard to defend, and they stayed in there and they were able to save those.
What is also remarkable, like many first responders and frontline workers, Chief Brian Fennessy and his team also had to deal with the stark reality of the COVID-19 virus.
COVID made it a challenge as far as usually firefighters are, kept close as a unit. They stand together, they eat together, they're in close proximity to one another, and we had to get away from that model and spread everybody out.
When it started in February, March, it gave fire agencies a lot of time to think about and prepare for what we were going to do with the upcoming fire season, where we tend to have thousands and hundreds of firefighters close together in these fire camps and interacting.
Firefighters also needed to change the way they handled medical calls.
We all knew that when the call came in, we were going to still have to respond to the call. We were going to have to treat the patient just like we normally do, and we were going to have to get them to the hospital.
It was more challenging for the firefighter because there's an extra step to it. The guys have to get out the engine, put on their appropriate PPE when actually people are asking for help.
This last year with the pandemic and the fires, it really showed that. We will always be there to help the public when they call 911.
Orange County Fire Authority firefighters have shown true heroism, strength, and compassion during these unpredictable and perilous times.
No, I absolutely do not feel like I'm a hero. Being a firefighter is just something that I've wanted to do since I was a little kid. Almost like every firefighter feels the same way.
When times get tough, you'll see the Orange County Fire Authority firefighters bond and help each other, out like you. It's just remarkable. I admire them so much. They truly are the heroes.
We are deeply honored to present the Orange County Fire Authority with the Disaster Services Hero Award. Each and every one of you are true heroes. Every day you put your lives on the line to protect and defend others. Your bravery and life-saving actions are inspiring to us all. On behalf of everyone at A Little Help Foundation, we thank you for your service. And with great pride, we are thrilled to present you with the Disaster Services Hero Award.
Well, thank you so much, Terry. It's an honor to receive this award on behalf of all the men and women of the fire department and our professional staff. Thank you so much. Again, a real honor to be recognized. Thank you.
Now that is proof that our heroes do not wear capes, they wear a firefighter's uniform. I know I speak for everyone watching today when I offer a profound thanks to all of the brave firefighters and first responders who serve our communities day in and day out.
Hello, I'm Glenn Madelon, American Red Cross Chief Development Officer for the Southern California region. Disasters don't stop during a pandemic, and neither does the work of the Red Cross. From home fires to wildfires, from floods to mudslides and more, our Red Cross volunteers are some of the first faces seen by someone affected by a disaster. When emergencies strike, the Red Cross is there providing a safe place to stay, warm meals, health services, emotional support, mental health support, recovery services, and so much more. In the past year, the Red Cross of Orange County has responded to hundreds of local disasters. Our volunteers jumped into action to respond to 85 home fires and 3 massive community evacuations. In response to local wildfires and floods, the Red Cross provided 1,000 hotel rooms to 2,300 individuals with nowhere to turn. During these responses, volunteers safely delivered over 7,300 meals and snacks to the hotels and each day during our wildfire and flood responses. Every family under our care was contacted by our health services volunteers to assure their well-being, and thanks to the incredible dedication of our volunteers and the financial support of donors. A home fire that leaves a family with nothing but the clothes on their back a wildfire that forces thousands from their homes at a moment's notice. These are the times when the Red Cross is needed most. These are the times that your donations come to life, when your financial support becomes a roof over someone's head, a comforting blanket, a warm meal. These are the times that show there is hope, even on the darkest days of someone's life. We urge you to make a donation to support Red Cross Disaster Relief. Simply scroll down to the page to make your donation, text OC Heroes to 76278, or of course, you can always donate at redcross.org, and you can feel good about knowing that an average of 90 cents of every dollar we spend is invested delivering care and comfort to those in need. Today, Little Help Foundation will match donations dollar for dollar up to $25,000 in support of disaster relief. Your donation will go twice as far to help people when they need it most. We cannot stop crisis, but we can make sure people never face them alone. Thank you for your support.
And now let's meet the rest of this year's heroes. Our next category, the First Responder Hero Award. This award, sponsored by Nationwide, will be presented by Steve Thronson, board member with the American Red Cross of Orange County.
On behalf of the American Red Cross of Orange County, I am thrilled to present the First Responder Hero Award to a team of individuals bringing help and hope to those in long-term care facilities during the pandemic. Here's their story.
We were fighting a war. There's no question about it. We were fighting a war.
During the first terrifying weeks of the pandemic, infectious disease specialist Helene Calvé knew the virus would target the most fragile citizens in Orange County, those who live in nursing homes and long-term care facilities.
Just the suffering they went through of being isolated, not being able to see their families, and the ones that were dying alone. I mean, just anything I feel like I could do to make that a little bit better was very, very important.
Dr. Calvé came out of retirement to lead the Orange County Health Department's emergency efforts to control the spread of the deadly virus.
So it's very important to step in right away and help stop that spread.
Very quickly, the number of outbreaks outstripped the capacity of the epidemiology program.
Dr. Calvé quickly assembled and trained an army of healthcare workers.
The team was formed by nurses who came from other programs, really didn't have any experience in disease control or epidemiology.
So I literally was pulled from my assignment and asked to step in and help with Dr. Calvé's need in the long-term care facilities.
The long-term care facility COVID-19 response team made regular visits to every single nursing home and long-term care facility for the duration of the outbreak.
One of the most important things is to really isolate the patients well. So we created COVID units.
She guides us as far as where to look and where potentially the virus may spread relative to where it started. So those are the kinds of things that she really dives in and looks at numbers.
She's just this fountain of knowledge. She just took our team, understood that we all didn't come from epidemiology. We don't have that background of infection control, and she was just there for us.
And when the vaccine became available, Dr. Calvé coordinated with her team to provide vaccinations for residents in care homes.
A lot of residents have been negative because of her constant dedication to keep us safe, to keep us strong, and to give us the necessary things for us to keep going in this pandemic.
I think without our assistant, the outbreaks would have been a lot worse.
Since March 2020, Dr. Calvé has not taken a single day off, often working around the clock to protect those most at risk.
I thought there was a good chance I would get COVID.
Dr. Calvé's relentless dedication, knowledge, and bravery makes her and her team real heroes.
Dr. Calvé is absolutely a real hero. Without her in this response to the pandemic, in this very, very vulnerable population, the outcomes would have been much different.
I think putting herself on the line in that respect is really what makes her a hero.
If we have people like her, our country and our world would be more safe, will be more compassionate, will be more caring. And our world will be a better place.
On behalf of everyone at the American Red Cross, we thank you for your heroic work during the COVID-19 pandemic. Your story proves that there's no shortage of compassion when it's needed most. We are so proud to present you with the First Responder Hero Award. Congratulations.
Thank you, Steve. And on behalf of the long-term care facility team, I'd like to thank the American Red Cross for recognizing us in public health as first responders. I'd like to thank God for protection during the pandemic and thank our families for keeping things together at home while we worked very long hours.
This has truly been a once-in-a-career opportunity for our group of infection preventionists, public health staff, and infectious disease physicians, and we're proud to be a part of it and be able to truly make a difference.
We'd like to dedicate this award to the true heroes here, the long-term care facility staff who stayed on the job through very tough times. Thank you very much.
Our next award is the Corporate Hero Award. Presenting the award is Charles Antis, founder and CEO of Antis Roofing and Waterproofing.
On behalf of Antis Roofing and Waterproofing, I am honored to present Wing Lam of Wahoo's Fish Taco with the Corporate Hero Award. I know you're going to be so inspired by the story of the California Love Drop.
And that's why California Love Drop is here, because they've got all sorts of goodies for the staff here.
Because we're basically providing the love to all the frontliners.
Wing Lam didn't panic when the pandemic shuttered his chain of restaurants. Instead, he fired up the grill to feed an army of first responders and medical workers.
Well, once the pandemic hit, everything got canceled. So we thought, well, what else can we do?
Lam, who is a co-founder of Wahoo's Fish Taco, is a strong community partner with the American Red Cross, providing nourishment at blood drives and other events.
I started when the pandemic hit delivering food, and I thought, you know what, let me call all my other friends and see what they're doing.
Wing called me about a year ago and said, hey, can you help me deliver some tacos? And Wing figured out that he could keep 5 of his restaurants busy and all those employees busy and take care of community, those who keep us safe at the same time.
Lam partnered with other local business owners to create California Love Drop.
The California Love Drop is a team of a bunch of friends that independently and together we've always been supporting each other's charities, and we came together to say, hey, let's provide first, responder meals, treats, swag.
The California Love Drop team has made over 200 deliveries to Southern California frontline heroes at police stations, firehouses, and local hospitals.
When we go out on the California Love Drop, we go out there and say thank you to those that take care of us.
We've experienced what has become one of the greatest years of my life during a hard time, and I've been able to see how much was given to other people, and I've been able to see all the good that we've been able to do.
Lam and other community businesses knew they could do more by joining forces.
Wing gave us a call. He knew that we would be 100% behind him if he needed support. He knows that all these companies love to give back to the community, and with his big heart, I love to join him and make sure that I can give whatever we can on the frontline level.
He is the biggest heart, generous, and always looking to do good, always looking to help out just an individual all the way up to a group of people.
Wing Lam's commitment to the community is unwavering, even during these very difficult times.
Yes, I think Wahoo's and California Love Drop together are great heroes and make a greater impact because they include everyone and together can make a great team.
Yes, Wing Lam is a true hero. And the Love Drop crew, I see heroes all around that show up for those that take care of us in the community.
Wing Lam is a real hero, through and through. Wing is always constantly running around to take care of other people, not himself. He is constantly working and doing whatever he can to help people out, and he is a real hero.
I don't see Wahoo's as the real hero. I see the team of all of us from the California Love Drop with the Wahoo's team. It's a team effort. I mean, without all of the volunteers and all the guys doing this thing, we wouldn't be here.
Congratulations to you and Wahoo's Fish Taco for receiving the Corporate Hero Award. Your humanitarianism and generosity are so inspiring. On behalf of everyone at Antis Roofing and Waterproofing, we are deeply honored to present you with this year's Corporate Hero Award. Congratulations.
Thanks, Charles. Hey, on behalf of the entire California Love Drop team, you, Wendy, Eric, Melissa, Paul, it's an honor to be here and receive this award.
That's my boy, Wing. You can learn a lot more about California Love Drop at californialovedrop.org. Incredible job, buddy. The next award is the Youth Hero Award. Presenting the award is Deepu Nambiar, Vice President, Region Head Financial Counseling, West Coast Region, Goldman Sachs ACO Personal Financial Management.
On behalf of Goldman Sachs ACO Personal Financial Management, I'm proud to present Nitin Parthasarathy with the Youth Hero Award. Here is his story.
Nitin Parthasarathy's music fills the soul, and now he's helping to feed the homeless. The Irvine High School junior has an unrelenting passion for sustainability and food equity.
My parents have always told me never to waste my food because I should always be grateful for it, and there's so many more people that really need food.
Nitin realized most restaurants, bakeries, and cafes throw out unsold food on a daily basis.
And I thought that's a really big disparity between all that food waste but there's so many people hungry. So I wanted to do something to help that.
Nitin started his own nonprofit Zero Waste initiative to ensure surplus food would not go to waste, but instead feed the hungry.
What I did was I took courses online offered by the county on food safety. And I also ensured like mask wearing, hand sanitization, glove wearing, social distancing to make sure that everything was safe.
Still, Nitin faced some hurdles because of COVID concerns.
As a high schooler, it's a little bit harder to get people to take me seriously considering how young I am compared to like other people who are in like community service. So that was one of the biggest hurdles, but I really just kind of had to push through it, keep advocating, show that I really did care about the cause.
He reached out to local stores, including Bruegger's Bagels, Starbucks, and Dunkin' Donuts, and coordinated food deliveries to local nonprofits.
Every day we go and drop off the bagels that we pick up at those organizations, and many of them serve like abused women and children, people in need, like people homeless. And then we've also served firefighters as well during the Silverado fires.
Nitin recruited and trained fellow high school student volunteers.
What particularly caught my eye was that not only is the initiative rescuing food from these stores, but it's also giving it to people in need of the food. And I thought it was a really good idea.
When I saw this, I felt like this was something I could be part of, something I could it felt like I could do something with myself.
So far, we've collected over $100,000 worth of bagels or other big goods as well during the past year.
Not a lot of people in high school think about the consequences of food wastage, and for him to acknowledge the problem and take action against it and reach out to people, I think that was really amazing.
And I just really hope that it keeps expanding, picking up more bagels, giving to more people in need and overall, and getting more volunteers.
Nitin is undeniably a real hero for rescuing food that would have otherwise been destined for the trash can and feeding the souls of citizens in need.
I would definitely say that Nitin is a real hero because even though it may not be solving world hunger, it's still solving someone's hunger, and that there's always going to be someone out there who needs a little bit of help. And it's the fact that he said that even if I can't help everyone, I can help someone. And helping even just one person, that can make someone a hero.
Yes, I think he's a real hero because he's taking the initiative of donating food to these organizations that not many people would do.
I would call him a good citizen, good human being. I'm proud that he's doing this, and I'm proud that he's my son.
I don't think really anyone is, or anyone like me is a hero in that regard. I think the real heroes are the people that really just give and receive the bagels. I'm just kind of there to help them out, and so those are the real heroes.
Nitin, I am so honored to present you with the Youth Hero Award for your hard work and dedication to reducing food waste and helping feed those in need. With young leaders like you in Orange County, our future is very bright. Congratulations.
Thank you so much for this award. I'd like to thank both the volunteers of the Zero Waste Initiative and my parents for their unconditional support for supporting the initiative. And to anyone listening, I'd like to tell you this. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. No matter what is going on in people's lives, they will always need some help, and it is your responsibility in order to help them out. Thank you.
Our next category is the Animal Welfare Hero Award. Presenting the award is Dr. Peter Weinstein, Executive Director, Southern California Veterinary Medical Association.
On behalf of the Southern California Veterinary Medical Association, I am honored to present OC Animal Care Field Services with the Animal Welfare Hero Award. Here is their story.
The rabbits did have free access to a very large yard, so they had a lot of burrows and hiding places. It was almost like a bunny highway, which did, pose a lot of challenges for our staff members.
OC Animal Care officers faced a Herculean task of rounding up more than 300 rabbits living in a Fullerton woman's yard.
The owner was known to take in rabbits, and unfortunately, because rabbits reproduce so rapidly, the numbers just got out of hand for any one person to handle.
The rabbits were freely roaming the neighborhood, so there was concern about the health of these animals.
She did show us the animals and the rabbits, and we did confirm that they were receiving care and good food and diet, but unfortunately, due to the numbers, she just couldn't handle them anymore.
Over the course of 2 days, a team of OC Animal Care control officers safely captured each and every hair, carefully photographing, examining, and assessing any medical needs.
Sometimes pet owners find themselves in over their heads. While they have the best intentions at the get-go, a situation can quickly get out of control and lead to an overabundance of animals in need of care. So we encourage pet owners to reach out for help long before it escalates.
We're able to ensure that these animals are going to a happy, healthy home and getting the love and the attention that they deserve, and that's our ultimate goal and something that's so rewarding, and like I said, I can't describe.
OC Animal Care is the largest municipal animal shelter in Orange County. We service 14 cities and the county unincorporated area, and we help about 18,000 animals each year that come into our care.
The shelter amazingly accepts all kinds of animals, from ducks and turtles to rabbits, to dogs, to cats, even various kinds of reptiles.
OC's animal care team are real heroes, continuously showing love and compassion for both animals and our community.
And I'm proud of my staff who are dedicated to helping animals in the community each day. This particular rabbit case was very large, but my experienced team is always ready to help animals in need.
Congratulations on receiving the Animal Welfare Hero Award. On behalf of everyone at Southern California Veterinary Medical Association, we are deeply honored to present you with this year's Animal Welfare Hero Award. Congratulations.
Thank you, Peter. Thanks to the association. I'd like to thank Orange County's 4th District Supervisor and Vice Chairman Doug Chafee for nominating us for this award. And I'd also like to thank the American Red Cross for selecting OC Animal Care Field Services team for the award. We look forward to continuing the good work promoting responsible pet ownership in our community. Thank you.
I love a story with a happy ending. Great job by the team of OC Animal Care. And now for our final award, the Service to the Armed Forces Award.
Hi, I'm Martin Lee, and I'm an attorney with Atkinson, Andelson, Loya, Root, and Romo. And it is an honor to have the opportunity to present this award to Jody Merkel. I am proud to present Jody Merkel with the Service to the Armed Forces Hero Award. Here is her inspiring story.
She's been a spark that's helped our whole veteran community, so it's been great to have her out here.
Jody Merkel is a dynamic force for military veterans and their families.
When you have a spouse that has seen war, they come back changed. Whether you want to admit it or not, they do.
Jody knew she had to take action to help veterans and their families reconnect and rebuild relationships.
She's seen the struggle that myself and my fellow Marines coming back have served in.
When he came home, we just really had to get to know each other and see where we fit. So that's where Team Red, White, and Blue kind of came in. We were looking for an organization, something that we could do that would kind of unite our family, something we could do together, and Team Red, White, and Blue was just a really great fit.
Jody is a leader in the Orange County chapter of Team Red, White, and Blue, an organization which focuses on helping build and maintain mental and physical health of veterans and their families.
Our goal with Team Red, White, and Blue is to enrich the lives of the American veteran. we do that by connecting them to the community through physical and social activity.
Jody organizes weekly physical outings and competitions to engage veterans and their families.
Her spirit is infectious. She gets everybody excited. Let's go do this. Let's go out and have fun. And that's what the whole world needed during 2020, and especially our veterans.
She's dynamo. I mean, she has such an endless amount of energy. It seems like she's always on the go.
If you're down and out, if you're unmotivated, believe me, she'll motivate you.
I am passionate about working with veterans because my husband's a veteran. And when he came home, he was definitely different.
She knows the struggles I've gone through. She knows the struggles that families go through.
Jody encourages Team Red, White, and Blue participants to compete in challenges, building self-esteem and camaraderie.
Doesn't matter what walk of life you're from, and especially with Team Red, White, and Blue, having a connection there, giving back and making any veteran feel wanted through our social and physical events.
Jody's passion, motivation, and love for Orange County's military and veteran community is unequaled.
I consider her a hero in the fact that she's created a successful avenue for veterans to go that's approachable, it's relatable, and it's inclusive.
A lot of times people think of heroes and they attribute them to first line responders. You have so many more unsung heroes that are in the background and not afraid to step up in any situation, and that's Jody.
She's a go-getter. She wants the best out of everybody. She'll pull it out of you. If you feel like you can't do it, she'll go and do things with you to prove that you can.
I don't really consider myself a hero. I'm just someone that wants to help. And I have the time, I have the passion. If it wasn't veterans, it would be children or, women. I'm so passionate about helping people in general.
Jody, on behalf of Atkinson, Annelson, Loya, Rood, and Romo, I am so honored to present to you with the Service to the Armed Forces Hero Award. Your compassion, hard work, and leadership has made an incredible impact on our military community in Orange County. Thank you for your dedication in helping our heroes. Congratulations.
I'd like to thank the American Red Cross for this huge recognition. I've never thought of myself as a hero, but I definitely feel like one today. I'd also like to thank my Team Red, White, and Blue family for the opportunity to work with veterans here in Orange County. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. Thank you.
What an honor to be with you for another year celebrating truly incredible heroes in our community. I know I speak for everyone watching today when I thank these heroes for their acts of courage and the tremendous impact they have made throughout Orange County. To close out our event, please join me in welcoming back Becky Fiery to say a few words.
Thank you, Doug. We're thrilled that you were able to share these stories today, and we're so grateful to have you with us again this year. This event wouldn't be the same without you. Today's story of people helping people are so uplifting and inspiring. And today, you have the opportunity to be a hero and help those in need by making a donation to Red Cross Disaster Relief. Simply scroll down this page or text OC Heroes to 76278 to make a donation. Your support means the world to families affected by emergencies in Orange County. You can also be a hero for those in need by becoming a Red Cross volunteer or by donating blood or hosting a blood drive. Visit redcross.org to learn more. We hope you are moved by today's stories of heroism and courage, and we thank you for sharing this special time with us. Most of all, we thank you for standing with us over the last year and in the years to come. We hope you'll join us again in 2022, but in the meantime, stay safe and well, and thank you for your support of the American Red Cross.